Hello, I am going to spend the next couple of minutes going over the instructions for the files that were sent to you via Egnyte. At a minimum, you should see 2 files in your folder. The maximum amount could vary. It is possible to have as many as 5, maybe even more files than that. Regardless of the amount, be sure to download and save each file to your computer. The easiest way to do that is checking the box here and then clicking on the Download Selected link on the right side of the page. I will now go over each file in the folder. For sure, at least 2 files will be included, the client file and the federal tax file. The client file contains the federal return, supporting statements and schedules, and if applicable, any state returns. So you'll want to use this file for your own review. If you encounter any inaccuracies, please notify us so we can make the correction. Do not sign and send the tax returns to the taxing authorities if a return is inaccurate. We will need to update the return and then send you the new files. We also recommend that you keep a copy of this file for your records. The federal tax file is the return that you will need to print, sign, and mail to the IRS. And I want to go over 2 pages of this file, the instruction page and the signature page. The instruction page will be the very first page of the federal file. Now here's where you'll find the due date, forms to be filed, the address to mail the file, payment or refund, if any, and the transaction method. The transaction method will give you instructions of how to pay any balance due if you owe, how you'll receive a refund if a refund is due, and notify you that no payment or refund is due if neither apply. So if you want to pay by check or money order, a voucher should be included in the file. So this is the second page of Form 1040, and here's where the taxpayer will need to sign and date. If this is a joint return, the spouse will need to sign and date here. The taxpayer is the individual who is listed first on the return. The spouse is listed second. In this example, John is the taxpayer and Mary is the spouse. When signed, be sure to mail all pages in the file to the address on the instruction page. One form you may receive is a state file. In this video, I'm going to use a California return as an example. Like the federal file, the state file will also have an instruction page. On the very first page, you'll find the due date, forms to be filed, payment or refund due, if any, address to mail the file, and the transaction method. You will also need to sign the return before mailing. For the state of California, the taxpayer signs here. If you are filing a joint return, the spouse will sign here. Other states will have similar requirements to this. When signed, be sure to mail all pages in the file to the address on the instruction page. Another form that you may receive is an estimated tax payment voucher. So this is an example of a voucher. These are payments that are made for the current tax year. I want to emphasize that these are not installment payments for your tax liability for the return that we just prepared for you. These are payments that will be applied to your next year's tax return. So you can have federal estimated tax payments, such as the one shown here, or you could have state estimated tax payment vouchers included. There can be up to 4 vouchers, so pay close attention to each due date. The instructions for filing are listed here, and the date due is listed here. If you are mailing payments, be sure to detach here and mail the voucher along with payment. If there are other forms that are part of your file that are not included in this video, those instructions will be located in the body of the email. These forms can possibly include local tax returns. So be sure to mail all pages of the required files, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you.